watching the news. Holy shit. I can't tell anymore because it's, it's so hard to tell. I can't tell if the people that... Whoa, hold please. Brought to you by a boot company. I can't tell anymore if the people who go on mainstream television and news and screech, I can't tell if people are actually paying attention to that anymore. Like I would assume that at this point no one's paying attention except for people with like brain injuries from traumatic situations. I can't put my finger on the exact. Yeah, is it like? Yeah, it's just the whole thing. There seems to, I guess, ironic. Irony, I guess, would be, I mean, obviously hypocrisy, but irony is the thing. It's just so ironic. There are people who are upset that unelected bureaucrats are being fired by unelected bureaucrats. Okay? Wrap your head around that for a second. These unelected bureaucrats are firing people. Who are they firing? Unelected bureaucrats. Okay. I mean, are we supposed to clap or I guess I don't understand what I'm supposed to think right now. Like, the unelected bureaucrats are being fired by unelected bureaucrats. That's a bad thing. Here's why. I'm just like, what the holy hell is happening right now? I can't figure out why I'm supposed to be so upset about that. I mean, you have to be under a rock at this point to be not following this USAID thing. It's like, people are like, oh my God, here's a picture of a child that's starving to death. You want them to get no... It's just like, well, okay, but like, can we have a conversation about this fraud? What's going on here? No? We're not going to get... No one's mad about the fraud. We're mad about the uncovering of the fraud. There was an analogy. Someone's like, it's very similar to when, if you're in a married situation and you and your spouse are married, and then you check your spouse's phone and you find out they're cheating on you, and it's your fault for checking the phone. You see how that works? It's the same thing. You got caught, but you're mad you got caught, and now it's the person who caught you's fault. It's like, what in the holy hell is happening right now? Oh, juice check. Here we go. This is 100% juice. It's a berry blend. No sugar added. It's got almost all my vitamin C that I need for the whole day. Let's look for the fine print where it tells us all the stupid shit that we don't want to know about. 8 ounces per serving. Doesn't seem like quite enough. All right. The berry blend is made of water, apple juice, pear juice, grape juice. So far, not a single berry in that list is a berry. Those are apples, pears, and grapes. Get down here. Arona berry, check. Blackberry, check. Blueberry, check. Raspberry, check. And strawberry. I was kind of hoping it tastes like strawberries. I like strawberries. Here we go. Since it's only an 8 ounce serving, we're going to not fill the cup to the top. Yeah, shit's crazy. I had a list here of some of the crazy shit they found out about. I'll bring it up. Here's the other thing. Here's the one thing that just like, when I hear it, I used to go like, really? So there's a certain contingency of individuals who will say something along the lines of, that's just a drop in the bucket. That's nothing. Look at our national debt, which is like absolutely batshit crazy. And every time I hear someone say that, what I want to say to them when they say, "Oh, it's $1 million," well, $1 million isn't anything. Don't like. It's just that's a rounding error. Okay, gotcha. What I want to say to those people is, open your wallet and give me $20 right now. and just watch how they'll start freaking out. Oh, I'm not going to give you $20. No, or $100. Or fuck. Ask for a $5. See if they'll give you a $5. I bet they won't even give you a $5. But yet somehow $1 million is nothing. It's nothing. It's like, well, kids, I got some news for you. $1 million, even though it's funny to say $1 million doesn't buy what it used to, because it doesn't, $1 million is still a lot of money. $100 is still not an insignificant amount of money. And this is how you know. Walk up to anyone and ask for $100 and see what the reaction. If $100 was nothing, they would just give you $100 like it was nothing. But it's not nothing. See, that's how that works, kids. The reason I know is the minimum wage is $7 and change. That's an hour's worth of work for a grown adult. Bare minimum. $7 is not nothing. That's an hour of your life. So just remember that when people start telling you, oh, this is nothing. Here we go. This is partial list. $1.5 million to advance diversity and equity, DEI, if you will, in Serbia. Serbia. I don't even know if I could actually find Serbia if it wasn't labeled on a map. I could get close. I know I could. I don't actually know what it looks like. Never been there, and I'm not sure if they need $1.5 million of American tax dollars. Holy shit. $700,000 for a DEI musical in Ireland. Now, why are we doing that? Please, someone explain to me. And I'm not even going to get so harsh to say it's bad because it's DEI. Why are we buying musicals in Ireland? How many tickets were available to American citizens for free to the $700,000 musical? And I would like to know how much of that $700,000 actually went to the production of the musical. I guarantee not all of it. That's the thing. That's what's coming out of this. It's a money laundering operation. This shit is crazy. Here we go. Next. $2.5 million for electric vehicles in Vietnam. Now, does anybody remember a couple decades ago, like half a century ago there was a little skirmish, technically a police action, because I don't believe it was ever declared a war by the Congress of the United States, but everyone else called it a war. It was a war in Vietnam. Why are we sending money to our former enemies so they can have electric vehicles? $2.5 million? Like, there's potholes in my town we could fill that wouldn't cost $2.5 million. That's just my town. I bet every town in the United States could use a little share of that pothole filling money. That is batshit crazy. Next. $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia. Okay. A transgender opera. I don't even know what that means. I didn't know operas. Okay. It makes my brain hurt a little bit. My brain is sore right now thinking about that. A transgender opera. Okay. Can we get a return? Is there a receipt for that? Can we get our money back on that? Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be a hater. I don't think there should be any opera. I don't think there should be. I don't even know what is there an opposite of a transgender opera? Is there an equivalent? Is there an analog? I have no idea. How about why are we buying operas? I don't understand. Or I guess here's the real question. How much money did Colombia spend so we could make an opera in the United States of any variety? Did they send $1? Was there $1 of Colombian tax money sent to the United States so we could have an opera here? Jesus Christ. Somehow I'm thinking it probably didn't happen. I don't know, man. And I'll tell you why I think everyone's screeching so loud right now. And I can't take credit for this because I actually am not that ignorant and under the sand. But an internet quote was, "Holy shit, 2 days ago, I never heard of USAID. What's going to happen in 2 more days?" And that's what they're scared about. because USAID is not the largest money laundering operation in the United States' bureaucracy. I got news for you. That's just the first one they got. I mean, if you want to know where, yeah. All right, next one. Here we go. $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. See, I will say this list is a little harsh on the DEI and the transgender, even though that shit's ridiculous and there's no reason. That's what makes me think there's far more of just regular fucking fraud. $2 million for sex changes and LGTB activism in Guatemala. Now, if I know anything about Guatemalans, what they need is more activism in the LGBT sex change department. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what that means. How do you spending money on Okay. Keep your blood pressure down. Everybody calm down. Here we go. Next. The Wuhan lab was the Wuhan lab where nothing bad happened. Got money via the EcoHealth Alliance, millions, hundreds of thousands to feed the Al Qaeda affiliated fires in Syria. Okay, we were feeding the Syrian Al Qaeda. I don't know if it's Meals on Wheels, but it's like, and that goes deep because here's the thing: without enemies, you have no one to drop your bombs on, and without people to drop bombs on, you can't make more bombs, which is all another ball of beans that I'm not affiliated with. But yeah, that's wild shit there. Next. Personalized contraceptive birth control devices for developing countries. Oh, that's important. But they need to be personalized. I don't get it. And this one, give or take, I'm not sure how it actually works, but there was hundreds of millions of dollars that went to Afghanistan for irrigation and farming equipment and fertilizer. And I think the general consensus is that was to aid in the growing of the poppies, which is a product that's grown to make heroin, which, that's another one of them things where, there wasn't a lot of heroin production before the United States came in, and now there was a lot, and, who's making money off that? Oh, I don't know, don't worry about that, we're spreading freedom. It's like, holy Moses. We're paying the drug growers to grow the drug. Okay. I mean, I'm all for independent entrepreneurial shit, but if you're gonna grow drugs, you gotta have to fucking pull your own weight, dude. Why are we? I don't understand. Please help me understand. And if I see another picture of a small child starving to death in a country I don't fucking live in, I guess. Well, this is what I'll say. It seems to me as though we have plenty of children, so many, in fact, that they are oftentimes, I don't want to be polite when I say this, I guess aborted is the word. That's the word. Oftentimes children oftentimes children don't come to fruition because of the aborted situation that they went through. So I'm not really worried about the ones that are starving because it seems like we got so fucking many that we can just scrub them off. So sorry. Get Ralph Northam down there and do a 66-month abortion. I don't even know, dude. I don't know how any of this shit works. All I know is shit's fucking wild, dude. It's wild. Oh, hey, what's up, Jeremy? Welcome to the breakfast stream. Just sitting here losing my mind finding out all this crazy shit that our alleged freedom-spreading government's been doing for, someone says since 1963, but what do I know? God almighty. Save us all. Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's more. it just blows my mind that that there's this like, I'm gonna call it faux outrage. It has to be a fun. Who You can be for whatever you want to be for in life, but you should just pay for your own way. I think I don't know. Like if you think that the Colombians need to have transgender whatever parties or operas, far be it from me from stopping you. I think if you want to do that, you want to support that, you should definitely go out, collect empty beer cans, take them back to the can store, get a pile of cash going, fly on down, set it up, be it, do it. Be you. I don't want to stop anybody from being them, but man alive, who in the fuck wants to pay for that shit if you're not into it? Just like I don't think it, well, here's a wild one. If you're into that, you probably aren't into, like, I don't know, middle-aged dudes sitting around drinking Bud Light. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you're just not into it. Like, why would you want to, like, whatever. It just seems so weird. And I was reading, they basically said it was a blank check writing operation. Like, nothing got denied. Anything you could come up with, they'd be like, yeah. But they didn't tell anybody. And it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people that are going to be exposed coming up here because, unfortunately, the way all that shit worked doesn't. Here, we'll make one up. I'll make up a good one. I don't know. We'll pretend they spent $1 million for the. Oh, I try to think of a country I'm not going to offend when I say I'm trying to make a country up. For the Bolivians, all right, the Bolivians that live in Blueville, to research how to catch a fart and paint it blue. See? That's. Now, when the money went out, they didn't spend the money trying to catch farts and paint them blue. The money went out, and they're like, yeah, here we go. We're going to catch some farts and paint them blue. And then they just kept the money. And then if somebody shows up, like, yeah, that's the operation over there. They probably bought like a case or 3 of blue paint and maybe had some fart detecting devices or something. But, like, that's what's going on there. Kind of like aid to Haiti for houses and weddings and shit. You guys know anything about that? I mean, there seems to be a bunch of Congress people who are in charge of these non-for-profits that are getting these checks, and it's like, wait, what? What do we like? Like, is this available to everybody? It's kind of like the pardon thing. Can we all get a pardon? Can we all get a USAID check for just the most batshit thing you could think of, and think of the children? You could say that at the end. Like, it just makes my brain hurt, dude. Sorry, my bacon's frozen solid. It's just like, God almighty. So then, I tried to write a note on this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read all this shit, because it was like, it kind of blew my mind, because like, the new thing is, because this is happening, people are losing their minds, so now they're like, well, wait a second. Since you caught us, we're going to point our finger over there and say, hey, look over there. Look who's catching us. And now the big narrative is like, the people in the DOGE haven't been on the earth long enough to do their job. They're under 30 or under 25 or barely 19 or whatever. They're too young to do this job. Oh, gotcha. And Elon Musk, who's in charge of the DOG, he has, and they just fill in the blank, whatever he's got, reasons, can't do the job, too stupid or not stupid enough, or too poor or not poor enough, I don't really know. Can't figure out, doesn't know how to do anything. It's illegal, we've got to stop it. Well, prepare yourself for this. This is where it gets good. Are you ready for this? They're not going to be able to stop it, because this is the amazing thing. I just learned this the other day. Back in 2014, I had to write some of this down. You'll remember we had a president of the United States who went by the name of Barack Obama, and he rolled out some serious legislation to help the people. And the big one that he did was called Obamacare. And Obamacare, to make it work, as smoothly as it could, had a website that was developed and cost the amounts of money that none of you who ever watch my channel will ever understand, because you'll never be around that much money, you'll never see that much money, you can never make that much money. That much money is not attainable to you or me, not throwing shade, but that's how much money was spent on that website, and it still didn't work, because he had people he knew do the website who apparently didn't know how to make a website. Anyways, they had to fix that website, right? Because that shit was busted nuts. So in 2014, they developed a governmental agency called the United States Digital Service, the USDS. And they were tasked with fixing the Obamacare website, given all the permissions and all the authority to go in. But it wasn't just for the United States Obamacare website. It was the way the way it was structured is they could go to any agency and fix the stuff. Well, all they've done for Doge is change the D in digital from the United States Digital Service to the United States Doge Service. It's an agency that's been around since 14, clad in stone, immovable, unchangeable, unflappable, undeniable. They've been doing it for years. It's all acceptable. It's all good. Everybody loves it. That's the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life. Has all the authority, all the everything. All they did is did a little name change, same agency, yep. And people are losing their goddamn minds because they are starting to realize that, once again, Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote is falling off a cliff because of something that Wile E. Coyote did 11 years ago. It's just like, oops, oopsie doops. Didn't see that one. Didn't see that coming. Like, oh my god. This shit's so crazy. Yeah, good luck. Good luck shutting it down, because you can't shut it down because it's been around forever and it's established and everybody loves it. It was good. Created by the greatest agency creators in the world, you know. Infallible. Shit. Speaking of irony, on to some more ironic shit. You may not have remembered this, but during the previous administration, Joe Biden, for the first time ever, decided he would revoke the security clearance of a former president of the United States. He did that to Donald Trump. Did you know that? Yep. And everyone's like, well, can you do that? No one's ever revoked a former president's security clearance. And after some serious contemplation and hemming and hawing, it was determined that yes, in fact, a president of the United States could, in fact, revoke a former president's security clearance. And it was, and so it was. Well, guess what happened this week, kids? That's right. Donald Trump revoked Joe Biden's security clearance. Yep. And everyone's like, oh, you can't do that. Oh, hold on. Turns out you can. Remember last time when everyone's like, you can't do that? They're like, well, it turns out we can. Guess what? Same rule applies. Holy shit. The irony of Donald Trump revoking Joe Biden's security clearance is so amazing. I've never heard of anything so amazing in my life as a person doing something to somebody else and having it done right back to them, and then people having to like decide if they can get mad about it. Can you get mad about that? I assume there's a bunch of people shitting in their pants right now because the turnabout is fair play is in full effect, and yeah, they couldn't see past their nose when they were doing some of this shit. It's like, dude, it's coming right back at you. It's all going to come right back at you. Oh, no. No. And I'm trying to think of like the other one that's like absolutely breaking my brain right now. There's like a lot of people screaming fascism. Have you heard about this? They're screaming fascism. Fascism. That's fascism. That's fascism. That's fascism. It's like, is that just a word people say? Like, does anyone know what fascism is? Like, Like, would it be fascism if the government was like, you can't go outside, you can't go see your loved ones, and you can't stand next to people at their funeral, and you got to wear a mask? Would that be fascism? No, that's spreading freedom, I think. But somehow, fascism. Oh, you're fascist. That's a bunch of fascism. Like, dude. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to say the retard word anymore, but like, it's almost like, tell me you're retarded without telling me you're retarded, and it's like people screaming stupid shit like, that's a fascism! You're doing a fascism! It's like, what? We just had elections. The people voted. And the people voted fascism? Is that how fascism works? There was no takeover, kids. Like, I've heard people yell, coup, it's a coup! It's like, what? We just had a vote, dude. We literally had a vote. We voted. The government that we have is the result of voting. We voted. This is what we voted for. Everybody. I think people are losing their fucking minds, I think. They're doing a fascism. Oh no! Someone call 911! Turns out Hitler liked hot tea, and so does Trump. Oh my god! It's like, what? Hitler? What the fuck are you talking about? It just breaks my brain, dude. It literally breaks my brain. I think to myself, there's no way. People cannot be this absolutely fucking ridiculous. And it's like, oh wait, no. They could be even more ridiculous. They can get even more ridiculous without even trying. Whatever. So the word on the street is they're going to audit the couple more things here coming up. This is a grapefruit, by the way. We're going to do slim boats. I've recently decided this is my favorite way to eat a grapefruit because it's way less prep work on the trying to slice the membranes. I won't eat these on camera because usually some of them I can get the whole thing down, but sometimes you have to spit the undesirable extra chewy parts out, which is not great for live streaming. Okay. God almighty. It's like, can I do a, what can I do? Here, look. I need to apply to the USAID to do a transgender study on why I only have 3 eggs in my egg container, and I wish I had a full one. Can I get $500,000 for that? Jesus Christ. The price of eggs! That's the other one that makes me like want to laugh out loud. Not at the price of eggs, just it's like we went through 4 years of everything's fine, prices aren't bad, it's the best economy ever, you don't know, you've never been, inflation's going down, and then all of a sudden, like a flip of the hat, oh my god, Donald Trump didn't lower the price of eggs. It's like, what? Does he lay eggs now? Like, I don't understand what's happening right now. I'll tell you who I feel bad for. If you live in a state where the people who run your state pass a law that says your eggs from chickens must come from free-range, cage-free, yeah, you're going to be buying some expensive eggs for the rest of your life because January 1st, a bunch of states changed that. A bunch of states. What was the old California model of hold my beer while I basically kick myself in the balls real quick. There's a bunch of states that say, like, hey, we want to do that too. We haven't kicked ourselves in the balls lately. Here, let's do it too. Because when it comes to eating food, I got to make sure it's that the thing I'm eating is, feels good before I kill it. I'm just like, I don't understand, dude. I mean, I guess I'm sorry if you're a chicken and you weren't born in the wild and you're making eggs in a pen, but like, I mean, what's next? The corn's planted too close. The corn's too close. It's not. I want free range corn. Like I want my corn spread out. Corn needs to be able to flap its wings. Like what? I shouldn't say it too loud. Maybe I can get a USAID check for transgender corn spacing. Fucking. I don't even understand, dude. Like. It's like there's people who have fucking ideas that make everyone else has to follow along. Like, you know what I don't give a fuck about? The size of the pen that a chicken's in when it's laying eggs so I can have eggs for fucking breakfast. I don't care at all. Zero cares. I have zero cares for that. I don't care at all. Boo-hoo, chicken. Boo-hoo. Because you know what the alternative is? Everyone's going to have to grow their own chickens, and then you chop their fucking head off and you eat them. I mean, does a free-range chicken feel better when you chop its head off? Like, I don't understand how this works. How does it work? Chicken quality of life? You're going to eat it. And at some point, it's either, yeah, good luck. It's like, I feel like it's right up there with like, your bullets are too pointy. You shouldn't have pointy bullets because it hurts too bad when you shoot somebody in a war. Like when you're doing war, you shouldn't pointy poke them with your sharp bullets. I mean, it's just like whatever. I mean, whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of war, but like, it's just. Oh my God! No more wood furniture. Trees. Don't cut the trees down. What are you gonna live in? Well, build it out of concrete. Well, no more concrete because concrete is made from stuff with water in it, and water wants to be free. Your water's too close together. It's got to be in droplet forms. We can't have water touching. We got to space the water out. Like what? What are we doing? The water's too close? Yeah. Free range water. Maybe I'm just a. Maybe I'm a contrary. I'm contrarian, I guess. It's possible. I've been accused of worse things in life. But it's just like, God almighty, dude. I'm sure it'll get better any day now. Any old day now. Everybody's going to come around to reality. What else I know, just absolutely crazy thing I heard this week. It's just like, I usually don't root for people to get in trouble, but like, I think some of this like selective law breaking that we have in this country, whatever. That's fine. I mean, but what I think's hilarious is when people who somehow I don't know what makes them think this, but there's certain people who think that like the law doesn't apply to them or they're above the law or whatever. I don't know what it is, and that's fine. I'm not saying that everyone's an innocent, no one's a sinner type of deal, but like my experience has been if you're going to break the law, you're best off not breaking the law and then running your fucking mouth about it. For best results, don't run your mouth when you break the law. Oop. Is that a bagel? Hey, welcome to the stream. Sorry, my computer's to the side. I haven't been seeing it. No, these are English muffins. They got crooks and crannies for the butter to go into. I'm gonna try to make a bacon egg sandwich type of deal. I got some cheese for the top. So yeah, if you're gonna break the law, I don't encourage law breaking. You shouldn't break the law, but when you do break the law for whatever reason, whether you think it's justified or not justified, keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't make a video about you talking about you breaking the law, because you know what's gonna happen to you? That's gonna be like Exhibit A in your trial when they arrest you for breaking the fucking law because you videotape yourself breaking the law. Where is the English muffin made? Ooh, I don't think it's made in England. Let's find out. These are Thomas Easy to Splits. The original, baked at Frederick, Maryland, MD. Or plus blah blah, California, or Greenwich, Connecticut, or River Beach, Florida, or Elkhart, Indiana. So a myriad of locations is where they're made. They must make English muffins around where I live, because I swear to God, it was a couple years ago. I was at a farm store and I saw a pickup truck and the whole entire bed was filled with English muffins. And I'm not making that up at all. Not wrapped, just loose. Like it was like, I was like, man, that's like 17 lifetimes of English muffins just sitting in the back of a pickup truck. I'm assuming the guy was going to go feed them to some hogs or something. But I was just like, whoa, that's nuts. Where do you, like, can I get in on that? Like, you got any of those that I could buy? Like, can I get an English muffin off you, bud? Like, it was like 10 million English muffins. Like, they loaded them with like a skid loader or something. It was crazy. Anyways, back to like not being a dipshit and recording yourself breaking the law. Here we go. So along that theme, famously this week, the governor of New Jersey, I believe, decided, because he's a superhero, he's going to run his mouth about how he breaks federal law, hiding people who are not legally allowed to be in this country above his garage. Yep, that's what he did. He came out and said that on a live television, recorded on a television show. And then, whoops, something just fell. What was that? No, everything's fine. Max already got the pepper. And then proceeded to like say something along the lines like, "I dare you to come get me." And like the dude in charge was like, "Yeah, we're coming for you, motherfucker." And he was like, "Oh, well, hold on. I was just talking shit. I didn't really do any of that." And it's like, good luck, buddy. Like, okay. I mean, nothing against you if you're from New Jersey, but there's a chance the guy who's running your state is literally an idiot, a moron, a dimwit. Because only a person who's absolutely stupid would say a stupid thing like that out loud and then think that nothing. Like, what does he go to? Like, does he go to like a party in the evenings on Saturday with his buddies and drink wine and have a meal, and then they all sit about? Like, did I not realize they live in the real world? Like, that's like a 5-year sentence. Did you know that? That's a 5-year sentence. And people are like, "Oh, man, what are you getting so worked up for?" It's like, what? I didn't realize I was getting worked up. I just thought I was like, living in America. And then right there, cut to the scene where they're trying Donald Trump for all his crimes. No one's above the law. Remember that? Remember having to listen to that shit nonstop for days and days and days? That no one's above the law mantra? Like, okay, well, now I got it. No one's above the law. Here we go. Well, then it turns out some of us are more above the law than others, apparently. I mean, I don't agree with it, but it turns out, I mean, God almighty. Been reading a lot of history books lately, kids. A lot. Let's hope for accountability and justice. Yeah, I mean, it's just... I mean, I'm not saying witch hunt anybody. I don't want that. But it's just like... I mean, I guess what I'll say is like... I don't get in on the governmental war contracts. I don't get in on the governmental whatever. I mean, it's just like... I think there's a bunch of people that are getting a little upset with watching all this madness, and then like, who's being held accountable? Like, who's getting in trouble for any of it? Who, like, and I'm not talking like, oh man, this guy's running for president, put him in jail type of accountability. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, good luck to the future. I'm talking like, how do I get on the board of a fucking energy company in Ukraine? How do I get on that? Where's the Member Mark's cheese made? I don't know. It comes from Sam's Club. Let's see here. It's distributed by Sam West Incorporated from Bentonville, Arkansas. Made with milk from cows not treated with RBST, whatever that means, but there's no significant difference between milk delivered from RSBT and non-RSB treated cows, so I don't know why they even printed that shit. Comes from a cow. But it's like, I mean, I don't want to sound so cynical that, like, would I actually join the energy board of Burisma for whatever $100,000 a year for a job that you don't have to show up to? I probably would, actually. Who wouldn't? You'd be a damn fool not to. Well, those jobs aren't available to everybody. But oddly enough, I believe Joe Biden's kid got that job. Mitt Romney's kid got that job. I think Nancy Pelosi's kid got that job, and one other congressperson's kid got that job. Very strange. I mean, maybe they met at like a congressional barbecue and just hit it off, and it's like, hey, you know what we should all do when we grow up, guys? We should all not learn how to speak Ukrainian, but be on a board of a Ukrainian energy company. That'd be amazing. God almighty, dude. I'm just like, what the hell is that shit, dude? What is that shit? I want to apply for a DEI transgender poetry reading lawnmower session in my front yard. I want a new lawnmower. Wouldn't that be great? We could probably do that for $75,000. I can read transgender DEI poetry for my lawnmower. We'll sell tickets. It'll be a community event. I'm just like, what the hell is happening? Like, what's super crazy? Like, just rewind, like, I don't know how far you have to go back. 10 years? Go back 10 years. Go back 20 years. And just say out loud the shit that I read in your head and just think of the reactions. Or even, I mean, if you want to be super dark and crazy, think about it this way. What if all that crazy shit was mandatory? What would you think then? Make it mandatory! People would be so pumped about it, I don't think, if it was mandatory. If you had to. Whatever. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Is everybody excited? They're going to play sports ball. I wonder who's going to win. I wonder who's going to win. I read they took off, they're taking like a label off the infield. I don't know what's going on, dude. I think it was like stop or end racism or something. I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe racism back or something. I really don't know, but like, oh man, am I just gonna do it? I think I'm gonna eat 3 eggs today. We're just gonna go the whole shaboodie. We're just gonna eat them all. The last of the Trump era eggs. Or sorry, the last of the Biden era eggs, but the last of the cheap eggs. No more cheap eggs. They're all gone. $12 a dozen. Can you make a mowing video with the push mower in the spring? I don't know. If I get that USAID check, I will have to. My transgender opera mowing. Actually, I got a broken lawnmower I need to fix. Now that you mention that, it's been broken for about forever. Let someone who wasn't me operate it, they broke it. That makes me sad. Oh man. Lawnmower. Ooh, that's got a thin spot. That's gonna burn. Look how thin that is. My finger pokes through it. That's gonna be a burn spot. That's what that's gonna be. Nothing but burn. Feel the burn! Yeah, I just, I don't know. It's just weird, the ideas that we witnessed here in the last little bit. It just feels like the reaction of a bunch of people who just got caught, is how it feels. And I don't know what they got caught doing. But it feels like they all just got caught. $6.50 a dozen. Well, someone stole 100,000 of them. That's going to make the cost go up. I mean, so the reason the eggs are expensive, one, if you live in an area where they make them be cage-free now, which is fucking crazy. Two, they decided they were going to make everybody kill their chickens off because of the flu, and now there's not as many chickens laying eggs, therefore they're expensive. I actually read an article about that, and it was like, what the hell? There is a bit of a conspiracy going on with the chicken egg situation and the culling of the egg flocks. There's people saying it was done on purpose and that there was no reason. There was a dude that was told to kill his egg laying hens off, and he had tested them with no signs of any flu, and they basically told him they were going to sue him for billions of dollars, and he had no choice. That's what I was reading on the old internet. Well, so I've had people bring that up to me, get some chickens, and God, if they actually go to $12 an egg, I might have to do that. But here's the thing, though. There's 0% chance that the cost of raising chicken eggs is not going up when the cost of eggs is going up, because that's just the world we live in. So if the eggs are expensive, that means the chicken food is going to be expensive. The chickens are going to be expensive. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, one of the problems I would have is that they'd be my little buddies. Like, what do you do with a chicken? I couldn't eat one of my chickens. That'd be weird. I don't know. It just sounds like it's like a job is what it sounds like. I mean, it's like, I feel like it's one of them deals where, like, you'd almost feel compelled to, like, be like, well, if I buy a bigger bag of feed, I can get a better deal. But then I need more chickens. The next thing you know, you're like a small chicken producer. And then, like, then you got the FDA coming in and looking in your backyard. I don't know how it would work. I mean, I guess for now, I'm just going to say eggs are still probably cheaper than, like, T-bones. I think the harsh reality is, I think they've printed so much money and inflation's gotten so bad that that's just what eggs cost now. Like, I think if eggs used to be $1, I think $1 is what, $5. I think you need $5 to buy $1 now. I mean, that's the sad truth of the whole goddamn thing. And I don't think it's going to go back. Like, I don't see the cost of things going back down significantly, because it doesn't work that way. I mean, not without, like, some serious, like, man, I wish we could just have $6 eggs problems. Because, like, the solution to that shit is like basically a total economy, like, failing. That's the only way you're going to get prices that go way down, is, like, basically everyone's going to have to suffer, and, like, that doesn't sound like any fun. I mean, yeah. It's just pretty wild shit. Well, here's an idea. Maybe we can get USAID to fund the production of transgender chickens to make eggs to bring the cost of eggs down. Maybe we could do that. Would that be a thing? Could we get them to lower the price of chicken eggs if we had USAID fund some Colombian transgender opera chickens? Maybe. I'm willing to find out. What happened to the dog? Oh, I got some bad news about the dog. The dog went to the big dog park in the sky. I'm sorry. I never made a video about it because it makes me sad. Don't even like talking about it right now. She's not with us anymore. She was a good dog. I miss her. Hey, I know, transgender, exactly, but like, we could fund it. I don't know. I just think the whole thing is... Oh, I forgot to put cheese on it. God damn it. Well, I appreciate that. It was not easy. She basically got too old. She couldn't walk anymore. I kept her around as long as I could, but she just lost the ability to walk, which is, happens to the best of us. Why is it quiet? Is the sound not working? I'm not sure what's going on. No, I still got volume. But, yeah. Let's see here. I realized my toaster, I didn't have to do some work on my toaster. My toaster is not popping up correctly. It's, I need some lubrication, I think. I've been through that. Did I already? Oh, man. All right, let's say some words. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to eat the last of the Joe Biden era affordable eggs. I open these eggs and say, wow, look at those eggs. Those eggs are all gone. Wow, no more eggs. This might be the last pre-50-cent egg known to me on my channel. I said, wow, that's a 50-cent egg. Wow. Whatever. I mean, I wish they were less. The house is quiet with no dog. Well, I got a robot vacuum. That thing makes a lot of goddamn noise. Yeah, it's a lot different not having a dog. I can absolutely assure you of that. But yeah, I thought about getting another dog. And well, here's the thing with a dog, man. I love a dog, but the deal with a dog is like a dog requires you to be around all the time. And I don't know, maybe I just don't live the way I used to. Like when I was younger, I did a lot of traveling. A lot of international traveling. I went around the world. I did a bunch of shit. I was always gone. And then about 16 years ago, I got a dog. And it was like, oh, this is harder to travel. I got this dog. Like, what do you do with a dog? I mean, I took her with me. A lot of road trips. Can I show the robot vacuum running? Maybe. I might actually be able to do that. Hold on. Hold, please. Let's see here. No, I can't. Sorry. Because I can't do that right now because I launched it from my iPad and I'm filming on my iPad. I apologize. I don't have that app on my phone because I don't need a vacuum app on my phone for some reason. It's underneath my fridge. This is where it lives. I'll show you my dirty floor. My robot lives right there underneath my refrigerator. It shoots out for, see, I built that ramp. It just shoots out right there. And it goes back underneath. Oh, hello. That was about a broken, that was just about a broken iPad there, kids. God damn. What the hell happened there? That was nuts. The whole thing went for a spin, didn't it? Holy shit. Sorry about that. Just about lost our equipment. But yeah, the whole, like, yeah, the dog. I love that dog. One of the hardest things I ever had to do, say goodbye to that dog. I'm not even making that up. So like I'm kind of thinking maybe not have a dog for a little bit, but then I realize I don't. Maybe I should just get a dog. I don't go anywhere anyways. Same thing with a chicken. Can't go anywhere with a chicken. Get a chicken babysitter. I need someone to come take care of my chickens. I want to do some traveling. And I'm definitely not going to get a dog before I go. Let us know if your world travels would be. Oh, jeez, man, I used to live in Denmark, so I've been to Denmark a bunch of times. I've been to Spain. I've been to Germany. I've been to Belgium. I've been to France. I've been to Turkey. I've been to Greeks. I've been to Italy. I've been to Sweden. I've been to Austria. I've been to Luxembourg. Been to Canada, been to Mexico. I was supposed to go to Morocco, but that didn't happen. I was supposed to be the best man in a wedding in Morocco one time. The next vacation I'm going to take that Honda Talon. This is my next vacation. I'm going to go off-roading, dude. Just like, don't want to do it when it's like freezing goddamn cold. Been to the Netherlands. Oh, that egg is leaking. Calling that good. Yeah, I love traveling. It's fun. I think probably, like, I always thought Italy was really cool. It was like, man, it's really old. There's all that old stuff and all that history. So I was like, man, that's amazing, Italy. And then, get this, I went to Greece and I was like, holy shit. Italy ain't got nothing on Greece. Like, Italy is like modern. Greece has got some, man, those people were like next level back in the day. It's wild to think about how tremendously advanced Greece was. And then it all just like went away. Like the Greek art was like so amazing. And then like the Italians came along, like, man, that's pretty good art. Looks like a lot of work. We'll just chop their heads off. We'll just work on carving new heads and put them on their amazing sculpted bodies. Yeah, when I went to Turkey, I got to go to Istanbul, which is technically in Asia and Europe. So I guess I went to Asia once, the continent of. That was kind of nuts because I went to a rug shop in Istanbul, also known as Constantinople. I believe New Rome for a while even. Went to a rug shop where they're famous for drugging you. Go in there with a group of people. First thing it says, we're not going to drug you, don't worry. And I was like, well, that's weird. They pour us tea, we have tea. Turns out they drugged me. I got drugged. trying to sell me some expensive ass rugs, and I was on drugs, and I was like, holy shit, I've been drugged, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I just bolted, I just ran for it. So I like run around Istanbul, fucking drugged out of my mind, trying to find my way back. Oh, it's fucking wild. No, I actually got the old one. There's a pretty good chance I might get a new used lawnmower, though. I know a guy's got one tarped up. I don't know what the hell he's going to do with it. Probably give it to me. Yeah, getting drugged in Istanbul. That was fucking wild. What it felt like was, it felt like they gave me a massive dose of monosodium glutamate. I don't know if you've ever had that happen to you. Because it wasn't like I didn't get high or like buzzed or anything. It was like, I don't know. I've overdosed on monosodium glutamate like 3 times in my life, and it was exactly like that. Just feels really weird. I remember all the times I OD'd on monosodium glutamate too, I can tell you. I went to McDonald's, bought the giantest pack of chicken fingers or whatever they had, gobbled them down, went up an extension ladder, 2nd story. The MSG hit me. I lost my ability to be in control, and I started falling straight backwards off the ladder. And at the last second, I reached out and I grabbed the rung before I toppled 2 stories backwards. Took like an hour or whatever, recovered from that. Called the fucking McDonald's. I was like, dude, you guys about fucking killed me. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, is there MSG in your chicken? And the dude was like, we're not going to tell you. And I was like, well, then I'm going to report you for drugging me because I got drugged. We don't drug you at McDonald's. We don't put drugs in our food at McDonald's. And I was like, well, listen here, motherfucker. Either someone slipped something in my food or you got MSG in it. Which one is it? You piece of shit. That was no fun. The second time, actually it was the first time, I ate a bunch of, I think it was Arby's. I literally floated out of my body and saw myself. And my new oars? Yeah, dude, I forgot about it. I got new oars. I need to work on that. I fucking rowboat out. I was going through some shit the other day. I found a bunch of fishing stuff. So I might try fishing. That'd be fun. Found my fishing pliers, found a fish hook remover, found some fishing baits. How's the garden doing? Oh, it's pretty chilly out in the old garden. It is 19 degrees out. The garden is frozen. There was another, what was another MSG one? The Arby's one was crazy. I was 21 years old when that happened. The McDonald's one almost died. It was like 2 times. But yeah, MSG messes me up. Excuse me? I don't know what it is. I've had people tell me, oh, MSG doesn't do anything to you. I was like, well, I got news for you. Either I'm allergic to MSG or that shit is the worst, but like, yeah, it'll mess you up, dude. Big time. Big time. Like, I don't mess with MSG no more. All right, well, thanks for stopping in. Catch you next time. All right. Well, the end of the Biden era eggs is over. I'll miss those days. Might have to have pancakes for a while. Oh well. I guess when they're $6.50 a dozen, just be glad they're not $12. Let's Google some egg prices. Oh! Here's a Super Bowl riddle. Why are egg prices surging but not chicken wings? Chicken wings aren't surging. Are they selling us the wings off chickens who were killed for... Oh, God. Is chicken meat next? Oh, well, rest assured, who wrote that? Someone wrote it. SC Grandma. According to the internet here, it's only $4.16 for a dozen eggs, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So calm down. Don't believe your lying eyes when you go to the store and they cost $6.50. They only cost $4.16. See? All better. Maybe we can do a play in Colombia about that. Or an opera. We do an opera. Here's what I wonder about all those entertainment venues in foreign countries. I bet people get to travel to see them on the dime. You get a vacation out of it. Let's see here. I heard a golf story the other day. Someone hit like an amazing hole-in-one the other day. Did you see that? Like punked it right in and the ball was spinning trying to leave and wouldn't leave. It wouldn't leave the hole. I actually didn't see it. Someone described it to me. And then what else did I hear? There's a dude I know. I gamed with him and he picked up a weekend job at a golf course because the price of eggs is so expensive. He said there's people out golfing in 32-degree weather in the rain. And I'm thinking, man, how much you got to get out of the house to do that? Like, how bad do you want to leave? I could imagine. All right. I feel like I've gone long enough. Let's try to finish this up here. The old reverse cam diatribe. I think it was on the PGA. Like I said, I didn't see the hole in one, but someone was like, "Holy shit, that was the greatest hole in one ever!" Stop looking at my cabinets, weirdo. Hey, that one's open. I keep forgetting my camera films more than my monitor shows. Oh, good. Well, filming dirty laundry laying around. All right. Well. Good luck to everybody. I mean, oh yeah, I forgot to say, one of the young people who's going to win the Super Bowl. I don't know. I assume Taylor Swift's boyfriend, probably. What are the odds that he's going back to the Super Bowl? My God, it's so amazing. Like, I'm pretty sure the Super Bowl is about the same as like WWF wrestling. It's like just scripted. Cabin door's open. Hey! You're right. I can only, like right there, my finger is off my screen. That's all I can see on my monitor. And in reality, if I look at my laptop, that's like, the film's way bigger. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's all scripted, man. Like, you can go back and watch like highlights of games that needed to go certain ways, and the calls are like, well, if we blow the whistle, the team that's supposed to win might lose, so we're just gonna let that one go. Like what I see the other day, a dude got tackled by his face mask so hard that the guy ripped his helmet off his head. And they didn't call face mask penalty, because if they called the face mask penalty, it would have gone the wrong way. So they just said, no, that was a perfectly legit tackle. It's pretty normal to grab a dude by the face mask and rip his helmet off. No penalty. Which that's actually the ejectable penalty. You should be kicked from the game because you can break someone's neck doing that shit. And they're like, no. We really need this to go a certain way. So, haha. Like, oh, God. It's just like everyone's like, no, it's real. That's real. What are you talking about? That's brought to you by a corporation. That's real. We wouldn't not make it real. I'm like, oh God, okay. What do we got here? When's the next live stream? I mean, Saturdays. Sundays. Sorry, today's Sunday. I did a live stream yesterday making the dip for... because I figured maybe someone would want to watch how to make a dip video. And I was just going to do a regular video, but I was like, I'll just live stream it. I don't have to edit a live stream or be judged why I didn't do editing. Oh, I should start editing videos, right? I bought like a super crazy expensive piece of software to edit videos. It's just so much easier not to. That's what I've determined. All right. Well, wait. Is my coffee cup backwards? It's not really backwards in real life. Apparently it's mirrored. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in. Chat was decent this week. Appreciate that. If you were here for the live stream, thank you. If you watched the re-upload, thank you. If you missed it, you missed out. Until next time, good luck. Hope you get your USAID check. Mine's in the mail. Peace.